Alright, first off, myself, praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, and all the brothers within the highways and the byways who had work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. I want to say shalom. Alright, me look up the word fornication, Zane, and the meaning that come up on the Merriam-Webster dictionary is consensual sexual intercourse between two persons not married to each other, compared to adultery, first used 14th century. Now when people go up on the dictionary and them look up meaning, especially the etymology, then they look up when the word first start used for a certain meaning, because before the 14th century the meaning was not as his in the Merriam-Webster dictionary now. In the 14th century, that is when this meaning was attached to the word fornication, right? And growing up, this is the meaning that I had. Zine, but the Spirit prompted me to do a breakdown for going at the meaning of the word fornication more according to the scriptures, because most people now have this meaning stuck on the meaning of the word fornication, and them don't know the true meaning of the word fornication, or what fornication really is all about, or what is fornication really according to the scriptures. So we're just going to some scriptures to debunk this meaning from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and debunk the meaning where the church or Christians really put on the meaning of the word fornication, or what is fornication according to the scriptures. Zane, because there is no place in the scriptures that says fornication is sex before marriage, or fornication is used for sex before marriage. Right? So we're just going to go into the scripture for further debunk this. Alright, the first scripture I'm going to go in is 1 Corinthians 7 verse 2. This is 1 Corinthians 7 verse 2. It said, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Zane, so most people that read this and say, see that? They say, let every man have his own wife. So therefore you have to get married first to have a wife, to avoid fornication. But it simply said, let every man have his own wife. Zane, the word own, Zane make a difference right there. So it means your own wife, not somebody else's wife. Because if you have somebody else's wife, that is fornication. Zine, it mean you must have a wife going from pastor, sevoa, and all of that. Because guess what? The Bible never teach that any at all by a way to get married. Zine says, let every man have his own wife. That means you're not supposed to have another person's wife. Zine, so if you have your own wife, so you have to avoid fornication. Because guess what? First, you have to know the meaning of fornication and what is fornication. Alright, so we're going to the meaning. The Greek. You go back to the Strong's G4202. Zine. It said fornication. Zine. It said, you go back to the Greek word porneia. Now, this is the meaning for that word, porneia. For fornication in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 2. It said illicit sexual intercourse. It said adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with animals, etc. It's a sexual intercourse with close relatives. It's a sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman. Zine? So based upon the meaning of the word fornication, where in the meaning it said fornication is sex before marriage. Now when I look up the Greek word porneia, then it means any form of sexual immorality. Then what is sexual immorality? Illicit form of sex, adultery come under fornication, homosexuality come under fornication, lesbianism come under fornication, intercourse with animals come under fornication, sexual intercourse with relatives come under fornication, and sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman come under fornication. See? So that is fornication. Fornication cover all sexual immoral acts. See? So when a man sleep with the next man woman, that is adultery, but it is also what? It is also fornication. So to avoid that, you have your own woman, then don't keep somebody else's wife. Right? Alright, let's go into another scripture. 1 Corinthians 5 verse 1. He said, it is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife. Now, where in that have to do with sex before marriage? See how this person commit fornication by sleeping with his father's wife, by sleeping with a close relatives. See, by sleeping with a close relative, that is the fornication that the person commit right there and then. It not say nothing at all about sex before marriage, because that as a matter of fact, that ain't in the Bible none at all. There's nowhere in the Bible that says fornication is sex before marriage. See, so what the fornication the person you commit right here, so him sleep with his father's wife. See, let me go to another scripture. Matthew 19 and verse 7. Changes to light. Alright, this is Matthew 19 verse 7. It said, they say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. Now the man and the woman married. He said, whosoever shall put away his wife, except for fornication. Now growing up, when a man and a woman married, see, and the woman go outside and go have sex with the next man, they said that is adultery. But the scripture call it fornication. See, that would sound confusing enough, but guess what? Not to us, the men of the Lord. Right? Because we know that when I look up the meaning, because enough people don't look up the meaning of the word, so fornication cover all of that. Adultery also comes under fornication. Now when a woman go have sex with a man which is not her husband, that is also fornication. As what the scripture I'm reading in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 2, it said to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife and every woman have her own husband. Right? But the scripture said, if a man shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, except it be for adultery, it make a difference because of the same thing, same meaning. Right? And shall marry another, committed adultery. And whosoever married her which is put away, committed adultery. Zine, which is same fornication, that still cover under fornication, because when a man have sex with the next man woman, that is also adultery, which is also fornication. Right? Fornication does cover all sexual immoral acts. Right? Where in that scripture it said fornication is sex before marriage? Nowhere at all. Right? The fornication that the woman commit is she go out and she sleep with the next man which is not her husband, which is the same thing as adultery. But the scripture refer to it as fornication. Why? Because fornication cover all sexual immoral acts. That is fornication. Right? Next scripture we are going to jump into the Old Testament a bit. From the beginning, Genesis 38 and verse 15. It said, this is Genesis 38 verse 15. Everybody know the story with Judah and them two sons, the one that spilled the seed, the one that dead. was supposed to have sex with the woman for bring back her brother, for bring back the man brother. For bring back the woman supposed, Judah supposed to give the wife to the brother to have sex because her husband dead. The husband, which is the man brother, so to bring back the brother into the next generation. See? It said Genesis 38 verse 15. It said when Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot because she had covered her face. Now what the woman do, the woman tricked Judah. See, because she had burned for a while, so she wants sex. But she want Judah. See, so what she do, she take off her widow garment because a woman become widow when her husband dead. So she have on her widow garment, she take off her widow garment and put on the garment of an harlot. A harlot is a woman that sell pussy basically. See, and in other same scripture to make you know say you're not wrong for buy pussy. They say when Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot. So Judah going merry way. Zane, him see this woman have on her harlot garment because in them time they used to dress according to how you stay. So the man look upon them can know you and know say, hey, you're the type of person. You have a widow garment, you have a harlot garment, whichever. Zane, you have an attire of a virgin, whichever. Someone can look upon you and know. He said when Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee, for he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. Right? So Judah never know, say, oh, this woman I'm daughter-in-law. So basically, him say the harlot upon the way and he want to buy some pussy, and he say, I pray thee, let me come unto you, meaning beg. See, he say, I talk to the woman, let me come unto unto thee, for he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law, and she said, what will thou give me? So the woman want to know what she'll get back in return when time him buy the pussy. See? He said, that thou mayest come in unto me. And he said, I will send thee a kid. See, in a know our time, if a man buy a pussy, I say, hey, I can give you for $5,000. And I can give you $5,000. I can give you $10,000. I can give you $2,000. So basically, the man negotiate, say if him get some pussy where he more get in return, where more gear in return. See, so Judah said, and he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock, so she'll get a one goat. And she said, will thou give me a pledge till thou send it? So she asked a pledge. And he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, thy signet and thy bracelet, so she want more for the pussy. See, and thy staff that is in thine hand, that he give it her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. So Judah go into her and him have sex. Where in that say fornication is sex before marriage? See, because Judah never married to the harlot. Him just pay a price, which is the kid. See, and go into her and fuck her. See, and not one time Judah sinned during this act. Because in pledge, in gear the pledge, the bracelet and the signet and the staff, see, for gear for all, see, for the time when I'm going to send the kid. See, and you can read the story by yourself because I'm actually saying it because I never know until afterwards she come and ask whose bracelet and signet and stuff is this. Then I realize I'm daughter-in-law. Him have sex with. Zane, but the point is him buy him gear where she need to get him going to her, him have sex with her. Zane, them never go in front of pastor. Them never send a vow, them never put on a ring. Now, if you do that now, people say you commit fornication. Zane. So, I mean, what is the difference now and the difference then? What is the difference between the meaning of the word now and the meaning of the word then? Zane, the meaning of the word now mean sex before marriage. The meaning of the word then, it mean any form of sexual immoral act. Now when you go and buy pussy from a whore, see, that is not a sexual immoral act because I actually pay for the pussy. See? Because in a marriage in a scripture you actually buy the woman from the father. Buy the virgin from the father, so you get married. You have to pay, the scripture say pay a dowry. for her virginity. Right? One more scripture from the Old Testament, same Genesis 24 and 67. It said Isaac brought her start at 67. It said Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. So Isaac took Rebekah and bring Rebekah in her mother tent and have sex with her. Zine, where was the pastor? Where was the ring? And where was the vow? Zine, not one time the Bible referred to this as fornication, and this is what people call fornication today. If a man and a woman have sex, them call it sex before marriage or sex out of wedlock. Zine, so hope this video was edifying concerning the topic fornication. Hope it opened a whole heap of eyes. I shed a little light on the word. Zine. So with that, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and all the brothers within the highways and the byways where they do the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.